Adventurers, it's Miss Ashley, and this time I'm going to teach you some math. We're just going to review what we've been doing. Moms and dads, just so you know, our adventurers are like zooming through the math world. They love it. If I ask them, okay, friends, who's a mathematician? Hands all start flying up. So, the beginning of the year, I had 3 boys who loved math. And the ones that showed it the most were Nolan and Mac and Cade. But then 2 girls said, no, we know math too, Carmela and Presley. And they jumped in and they started going to town with their math. And now, guys, we have 16 kids, and out of our 16, 14 know 0 through 120. But more impressive than that, 16 know 0 through 90, which is enormous. Our goal was 0 through 20, so we have met and exceeded our goal in math. These kids are loving it, and I don't put on the brakes. If they're learning it and having fun, we just keep moving forward because their brains, if they want it, I'm going to give it to them. In the classroom, after I teach a lesson, I have them show me that they know it, and lots of times I'll have them come up and teach the lesson for the class. So they're really making sure it gets in. We have to say it, see it, and do it. It's muscle memory, so the more we do it, the better their outcome's going to be, and then the more confidence that they gain with it. So it's really kind of awesome. Today we're going to do some work with 10 frames. All I did was take my little ruler and make 10 little blocks, 5 on top of 5. It's a 10 frame. It helps us count numbers. It helps us do some basic addition and basic subtraction. So, for example, if I say, friends, I have 1, 2, 3 Swedish fish. Miss Ashley loves candy. I have 3 fish. And I will put my 3 fish, let's turn it around, it will not balance, but I will put a fish. Ooh, it kind of will if I do it. Oh, that one does not want to. You're a little slippery, guys. 3 fish. Then you want to say, well, how many do I not have? If I say Jacob has 3 fish, but he and Ellis together have 10 fish, how many fish does Ellis have? Well, Jacob has 3. Let's count how many are remaining to come up with the number that Ellis has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Ellis has 7 fish and Jacob has 3 fish. So the way we would represent that on paper or on Miss Ashley's dry erase board, the number we knew was 3. I told you that 3. Jacob had 3 fish. By using our 10 frame, we counted how many fish were not represented. So we counted 7, which gave us Ellis's. I'm trying to do this upside down and backwards. Cut me a little slack. So then we found out that 3 fish plus 7 fish equals 10 fish. Because remember, we were working with a 10 frame. There's only 10 in there. Now, here's the great part of this. 3 plus 7 is 10. 7 plus 3, adventurers, what number is that? You're right. It also is 10. But parents, here's the kicker with this one. We can also do subtraction. So we know that our friends Ellis and Jacob have 10 fish together. So Miss Ashley is going to put 1 Swedish fish in each of my 10 blocks or frames to make a total of a 10 frame. All of my fish will take over each square. I'm going to show you real quick, friends, at home. Okay, I hope that did not get you too dizzy. Sorry. All right, so we have 10. And that's what Ellis and Jacob have together. If I said Ellis and Jacob have 10 fish, but Jacob takes his 3 home, how many are left? So we will take away 1, 2, and 3 fish. If you remove 3 fish off of your 10 frame, you then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. our fingers actually touch it. We touch each remaining item. Manipulatives can be found anywhere, parents. They can be candy, they can be coins, pennies, they could be anything. It can be beans, it can be rice, it could be acorns from outside, rocks, anything you want to be, just have 10 of them so the kids can add and subtract with them. One thing we like to do in class is we like to build all of it. So if I said that Ellis and Jacob have 10 Swedish fish, we know that number, they have 10. And we know that Jacob has how many? 3. And how many did we say that Ellis had then? Because we checked it on our 10 frame. 7. This is called a number bond. 3 plus 7 equals 10. But here's the kicker. 7 plus 3 also equals 10. 10 minus 3 equals 7. And 10 minus 7 equals 3. It's a number bond. Those 3 numbers work together constantly to make simple addition or subtraction problems. Our kids love this. They love to see this. They also love to see this on a... Come on, kids. What did we just work on last week? Help me out. Tell moms and dads as I'm doing this. A number line. Parents, they love it. Let me see if I can do my numbers upside down. Oh my gracious. How am I doing so far? I don't know. Woo! I need one more. So I've got a 10 on a number line. We said that Jacob had 3, right? And we said Ellis had 7. If I said, how many more fish does Ellis have than Jacob? All we do is we jump and count. So watch, I go from 3 to 4 and count 1, 2, 3, 4. We just made 4 jumps. So Ellis has 4 more fish than Jacob. When we do our numbers in our classroom, parents, we do all of them. So if we're talking about the number 1, for example, we know that that's the number 1. We also know that, is that a 1? Upside down and backwards. Oh, my handwriting. That's also a number 1, but guess what? That's a number 1. That's a number 1. And that, in the scope of being a tally mark, is a number 1. We do everything that relates to that one number when we do it. Let's say we're working on the number 2, because that gives us a little bit more to work with. So if Ms. Ashley says we're going to work with the number 2, we spelled the word 2, T-W-O, not like our sight word T-O. We also can do, two somethings that represent it. Let's say 2 fish, because that's what we're working with today. So we got 2 fish. Again, not an artist. We could also represent it in a 10 frame. We could also represent it in a number bond. We can also do it on a number line. So, 1, 2. Do you see how it all works together, parents? So, one thing that is fun to do with your kiddos if you want to have them do this math lesson at home, just work different ways to come up with 10. So, because we all mastered this at the ripe young ages that we did, let's have them work 5 problems. 5 different ways to show us increments of 10. So, for example, friends, adventurers, 10 is 5 plus 5 equals 10. I know it because I know it. But you can show it to me on your 10 frame, or just use a manipulative and count them out. Just count 5 and then add another 5 and then see 10, but then write your equation down to see if you're right. We can also try to see if we're right using a number line. Remember, we always can check our work with 10 frames and number lines. They don't lie. As long as you make sure you're filling in every spot, they do not lie. Another, let's see for 10. Ooh, let's do this one. 8 plus 2. They can use their digits. Right, I have 8 digits. How many do I have left? These 2. That's 10. You can do a number line. You can do a 10 frame. You can do a number bond. You can actually not do any of that and just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, look, I have 2 fish left. So that is math for today. I hope that you understand what I'm saying, and I hope your kids have fun. They know what to do. My adventurers, you know what to do. By the way, Miss Alejandra told me the next time I got on here with you to tell you guys that she loves you and misses you. So we will see you soon, my sweet adventurers. Mwah. Have a great day and enjoy your studies.